We are a minute behind usual, but that's fine because then, of course, people get the notifications. It says setting up. We are live now, so we're online now. So people who are viewing, if you're with us right now, Patricia has just, do we get many viewers? I can see us online there. Brilliant. Do we get many viewers? Not as many as I'd like. It's slightly probably less than what we got on Facebook, but I would like to move us across in terms of a portal to make it more open to people. People can watch it on the smart TVs and other devices a lot easier on YouTube. I don't want us to become particularly pigeonholed into Facebook, be the only place. So we'll see how many viewers we get, and we're getting more subscribers all the time. So I think it's going to take a bit of time for it to snowball and gather some pace. So people are used to us being on Facebook and now on our lives, and now we're moving into YouTube, and of course able to do things like this. So what I can do is I can keep tabs on comments as well, and I can see the comments are coming in. So we can see that people have joined us. 10 are watching, and that's going up. Jane Cuskin is here, Michelle Williams, Emma Shaw, Callum Burrell, Matt Miller, Dave Ackroyd, Helen Rutter, and Emma's predicting we're going to have over 60 people. Okay, 13 watching. Fantastic, it's going up. There you go. So yeah, okay. Oh, lots of comments. Sorry I couldn't be here.
Hello, everybody.
Kieran Beach, who was with us, you may remember.
Oh, hello.
Who wore the shorts and not the trousers.
Oh.
He is saying that woohoo, best event director ever. So
thank you.
Yes, but there you go, best event director ever. And of course, we will come to that in a second regarding the fact that you were such an amazing host. So I think it's about time.
With trousers, of course.
with trousers. So, as is always the case, with me now is Patrycja Bielecka.
Hello.
Is that right? Was that?
Yeah, it's correct. Perfect.
The event director of Zalew, Żyrardowski. Yes, ish. Workable. We'll give a kind of thumbs up.
Very well, very well.
Okay, thank you very much. All the way, and of course you are in Żyrardów right now. Yeah, I didn't ask before we came on. Is that right? You're at home in
yes.
town, yeah. So of course just southwest of Warsaw, therefore in Poland. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. What an interesting period. What an interesting time. Karen Spackman says, my wish has been granted. Thank you both for sharing this with us, because Karen is the one that wanted you to come on. And I thought, yeah, what a fantastic move, because a lot of people listened to your interview and and your voice came across as very positive, very effervescent, very light-hearted, and a lot of people wanted to see more of you. And
oh, nice, thank you, thanks a lot.
I don't know if you remember, because I remember it really well, because I said, can I interview you? And you're like, well, yeah, sure, absolutely, but do I need to have my hair and my makeup?
Today.
I hadn't explained when I was with you, obviously in Poland, that it was to be an audio format, and you're worried I was going to get a camera out and start filming you. Whereas the case is now.
Yeah, today's camera.
Yeah, you are. So have you been doing your hair and your makeup for us before you came on?
No.
I don't do much of that. I'm all
oh, you too. Oh, so.
I'm unshaven. I just got my cap on, so that does okay. But thank you for joining us. Oh, Libby Marchant. Libby is with us. Hello to
Libby. Hello, Libby. Your comb is still there.
What is still there?
Comb, Libby comb.
Libby comb.
Strava comb.
Oh, comb. Oh, King of the Mountain, Queen of the Mountain. All right.
Yeah.
Because.
But Libby, do you know? Unfortunately, you are not Yeah, you know. Okay.
Tell her, say it. Go on, say it publicly. Go ahead. Yeah. Tell her.
Unfortunately, Libby is not her time on our parkrun. Is not personal best, no. But still, in a British woman, she keeps that.
Really, Jenny McBain?
Oh, I don't remember her name and surname. But sorry.
Okay. So Jenny might be watching now, or she might watch at some point. So Jenny is the lady who took the course record from Libby, because she was at your last event, the 13th event.
Yeah, so definitely that woman.
Yeah, but
sorry if I don't remember. Sorry of that.
There's a lot of people to remember. There is a lot. But Libby's Queen.
But anyway, we were very happy of that personal best, because it happened on Women's Day, and she was the first, and in general she was the first on finish lines. So we are very happy of that day. That woman, she won parkrun.
Well, Jenny McBain finished first. I'm going to use the special language. I know it's slightly different in Poland. Yeah, absolutely. So, Jenny McBain is a With Me Now pod listener. And of course, Libby, we were discussing Libby because we were talking a little bit about Corona, but we're not really going to talk about the ins and outs of that. We wanted to talk to you more about the fact that, well, there's multiple things that tourists and our community love about Poland. And of course, your event in particular, because you have Zeds. You have Zeds to offer us weird tourists and our alphabeteers and our alphabet chasing. So it wasn't just us that came over for a Z. You had Cass Castleton, and then of course you had a bunch on your last week come over, which Jenny McBain was a member of, and Andy Airy and so on, and a few others. How was that? Because I saw that you gave them gifts too.
Yes.
Gifts, you gave them gifts as well.
Yeah, of course. And that's impossible. What happened. That was, of course, on 7th of March, Women's Day. And one group of UK people came to us, and I know about it because we texted before. And another people came as well from UK, and they didn't tell us before. And I had 7 gifts, and in total we have 10 people from abroad. Okay. And I said, sorry, you have sharing because I don't have enough gifts for you. Of course, they were gifted some bottles. They were very happy, and they were surprised as well.
Where was our bottles? Where was our bottles? You've got a lovely fridge magnet. It's on my fridge now. Oh, I see. So they've got favoritism. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Won't be coming back.
Doesn't depend on me. Sorry.
Because that was from your mayor, wasn't it? Your mayor.
Yeah. And this next point, I had meeting with our mayor. I told him what is going on, how many people from abroad they are coming, and he was very surprised. And he said, "I will help you. I can do everything what you want, but now it's nothing." So
no, have to wait.
I lost such a big chance.
Okay. Of course, what then happened, you haven't been able to work out and discover, because if pod listeners hopefully have heard the particular episode, was that the water park, which is next to you, which you run alongside, was going to open, and then you were going to discover what the effects on the footfall and the traffic and everything that going into there, but you don't know because you're not running it and you can't see as to how that's going to affect the course at 9 o'clock in the morning. So you just have to wait and see. And actually, by the time you get back, potentially, it may be so late in the year, they've missed a season there. So, of course, who knows? It's all up in the air.
Yeah.
So we said that you've had 13 events. So in terms of Parkrun World, you're a baby. You're very much.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
No. So you just started and then, you've had to stop. How's it been with your community in the interim? Has there been a lot of communication with the guys that were involved with the volunteer team and yourself?
Yes, of course, we have some group on Messenger. We text, but we miss, of course, each other. It's hard. It's hard, to be honest. Some people ask me what's gonna be when we start, that they miss us. But I'm worried that we lost lots of people, especially that they knew us, like they came 1 or 2 times. And for me, it's horrible. I'm really worried about that because I put lots of effort. Mm-hmm. I made interview in our local radio. I spoke with our mayor. We had some interview in newspapers. We printed some posts and we put on in our town. Lots of people ask me about it. Many people they talk about it, call me, "Oh, it's great idea, we want to join you." And now is nothing, empty.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm worried when we going to start. That's the first thing, and I'm worried who is coming back again. And I have to start to do everything from the base. Like I'm gonna feel on that new first parkrun like first time, because everything I have to start again. I have to talk about it. Maybe gonna be easier, I hope, but anyway, I feel like I have to start from beginning.
Okay. Well, hopefully you haven't lost a large chunk. Hopefully you do have a core that still keeps turning up. Even if you have 5 people there, and even a few, keep on going, please.
Yeah, I know.
Also, a lot of people will be watching. We promise we're going to have, once we are able to get back over, you're going to have more UK tourists come your way regarding that Z, even if it's not just for the Z, but just to come and experience your wonderful event too. Now, I don't know if you've been aware that we've been talking in the UK to the staff, the Parkrun HQ staff. We've been chatting, they've been calling all the teams, communicating with the teams and asking how they're doing, how they're getting on. Do they have any worries and concerns? Now, by the sounds of it, you have very similar worries and concerns about restarting. Have you been speaking to anybody like country managers and so forth?
We are waiting, because now our government said that probably in a few weeks we can start some sports event, but not more than 50 people.
Okay.
So for me in Żyrardów is fine, because 50 is maximum. But for example, Poznań, from Grzegorz, 50 is like nothing. They have 200. So probably we're gonna wait for for access that they come everybody, not just 50 people.
Yeah.
Because this is unfair.
Guidance. Yeah, that's the guidance. And that's the global guidance as well. If they have a territory that it goes over the recommended amount, then they won't start some and then not others, because of course that will happen. Then people will migrate and travel around, and they don't want to encourage that. So yeah, I guess you just have to wait and sit back and see what happens. And so have you been hearing from Jakub and so forth? Have they called you, spoken to you at all? Have they been in touch?
We have some group on Facebook for direct event directors. Okay. And we're talking. They, of course, they worry about us. We are still in touch, and that's all that we can do.
Yeah, so you just have to sit tight. Oh, fair enough. I've got my fingers crossed for you. I really have. I'm sure you'll be fine. I mean, you are sharing a lot of worries and fears that, I mean, a lot of events in the UK and all over the world. And that's why I wanted to bring you on, because of course we hear a lot from the UK, we hear a lot from the English speaking. It's nice to hear an insight from a relatively young event in a country that obviously isn't primarily English speaking, but you do speak English a lot better than I do do Polish, I point out. And so what I also wanted to say is that it's quite interesting, it's quite unusual that when things normally happen, they tend to be happening a bit locally, geographically. We're all affected by this. It's very much a globalized thing. And I think maybe there's a little bit of comfort in knowing that it's not just a few countries affected, that we're all in this together a little bit, and that you guys are having to go through the same fundamentals and what we are. And do you have that a little bit too? Is it nice to know that when you're part of the parkrun world, that it's all of parkrun world that's happening too? It's not just like Poland. Does that give you a little bit of spirit that you can feel that it's not just you guys on your own, that all the 2000 events are going through this too?
Yes, of course. I think about all over the world. It's much easier that I think it's not only Żyrardów, but the rest of the world. But anyway, we are so young. We just started. We had lots of ideas, many ideas, and someone told my part of life, my part of Saturday. It helps, of course, that feeling, but it's just, I can share my feelings with another people, parkrun people. Everybody understand it, but everybody ask why it happened. Why it happened this year, this time.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Now, there are some events that are just about to start on the weekend, events that meant to have anniversaries that were going to happen on the time it then all got shut off. And yeah, I think it's always the case of, it's more of a frustrated why above all, well, isn't it? There's a lot of comments coming in, and may I point out, and actually there's a few questions, but I have lined up a lot of the points to address that people are asking about. So first off, I do need to remind myself, speak slowly.
No, it's fine. So far, it's
doing
fine.
Okay so far? Because I did, watchers may know, is when we've been communicating about today, like, speak slowly so that I can understand you, because I realise I know I speak, when I get excited, I speak. And so somebody's been asking, I think Karen Spackman, who's absolutely in love with you by the sounds of it, is the UK trip. When we interviewed you and spoke to you, you were going to come over to the UK. You were going to go and do your wings race, the race for the wings, isn't it? And in Cambridge, I've forgotten the name of the race, but that's been shelved. How do you feel about that?
Oh, don't tell me.
No.
No, that was horrible for me. When I realized that was beginning of March, I realized that everything gonna be, stopped, because after first race that they cancel, I realized that the same gonna be with the rest. I said, no, my parkrun, my UK parkrun in Great Notley, my Cambridge Wings for Life. That 2 weeks of that I realized that gonna be everything just cancelled, I stopped running. 2 weeks I had some kind of depression. I said, no, why? And after Cambridge Wings for Life, I'm just waiting for T-shirt, and that's all for my Wings for Life race.
Okay. Have you been able to postpone, and have they been able to offer? Well, I guess you're going to get a T-shirt. Would you rebook? Are you looking at plans to then come back over at another time, or are you going to just wait and see what happens before you decide?
No, they sent me email and they ask what I want to do. Just leave money, and they sent me T-shirt, or I want to return my money. So I said, no, I just want my T-shirt to remember about that situation, that it was cancelled.
Do you still plan to come to the UK then? Not involving that race at some point or another, because of course you haven't been able to experience a parkrun in the UK. As we know that you were here, didn't know about it, went back, and I've got your details here, because your athlete number. Do you know your athlete number off by heart?
No. Tell me.
And may I say, I don't blame you, because it is a 6 million figure. So it's A621222473.
Even I don't remember.
It's like a massive phone number, so it's perfectly understandable if you don't remember it. And information wise, so of course I dive deep. I look into the data and the stats. You have done 13 volunteers at 13 events, and of course they've all been at your home event. You have been run director 11 times out of the 13. You've been volunteer coordinator 1 week, and then you've been results processor one of the other weeks. So you've run there 2 times. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I asked you that question. I know that. I've got the data here. So, so you've been ever present. So you've done the 2 runs. You've been 2 run directors. You have done 2 parkruns, additional parkruns at Skierniewice. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and it's just southwest of Żyrardowski, isn't it? So not massively far, just a bit further down. So you have 4.
Our neighbor. That's our neighbor.
Your nearest
between Żyrardów and Łódź.
Yeah. Yes. Łódź. See, I can't do that. Lodz, as I would have said, because it looks like an L and a Z, but Łódź.
It's when we translate, it's boat.
Boat. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Every day's a school day. I'm learning Polish. I'm getting really good at learning my Polish. And so that's your other nearest event, but ever present. And that's the other thing as well. You've poured, like you say, you've poured your heart and soul into it. You've been there every week. You've been involved with the press and the radio, and of course you've been dealing with the mayor and everything. So I think we can all share your frustration as to having spent so much time pouring into it to then suddenly be paused. So if you do come back to the UK in the future, will you be going back to Cambridge, or would you potentially look at somewhere else? If you've got anything you would like to come and see in the UK outside of that, what would be your next goal, parkrun wise, in the UK or globally? Would you like to go and do a parkrun anywhere in the world? Where would you like to go and do that?
First, I want to start parkrun in UK. Great Notley is the closest from me, from the place that then I will go. And I saw one parkrun, such a beautiful parkrun. It was somewhere next to Cardiff, probably.
Okay, interesting.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I wrote down that name of location. I don't remember, but I saw amazing parkrun. Okay. And I'm sure that one day I will go there. But definitely Great Notley parkrun, that's my first. And I do everything to get there. And what about races? I don't know. Now, after that situation with COVID, I decided I'm not planning anything. I just live day by day, and we will see.
But you are running again, though. You've got over that little gap of the 2 weeks of not running, and you've started to run again. Is that right?
Yeah. After 2 weeks, I just realized, okay, I'm not running, and what? I'm not running, and what I'm achieved, nothing. So I said, okay, gonna be fine. Maybe one day somebody fix it. And I'm waiting.
Work-wise, so I don't think I ever asked you what you did for a job. So are you working from home? Have you had to have your employment paused? What's happened there?
I lost my job. Yeah, because that's the first thing, aviation. So, nothing is flying, everything is on ground. So mostly.
What did you do, may I ask? What was your job?
I was dispatcher, flight dispatcher.
Right. And so you've had to have, okay. So if that starts up again, is there potential for you to then be re-employed? No, is it gone?
I don't think so, because I was the youngest in our team, so I don't think so. But I'm not worried. I have something different. I told you we have our small business, so it's not bad. But anyway, I was so happy that I got that job, that I can get some experience. And after 2 months, COVID killed my plans.
So I didn't know that. I'm so sorry for bringing that up.
No,
I do apologize.
fine. It's fine. I lost many things during that situation. I lost my wedding, so it's different. I lost my parkrun, so this year is horrible for me. So that's the reason that I stopped running, because every day I get information about what I lost.
Okay. Okay. And I realize I've just made you bring it all up again. So yes, I absolutely 100% wholeheartedly apologize. But I really hope, I genuinely mean it, I'm not paying lip service, I hope everything pans out all okay for you. For somebody who I've met, and I've discovered that you have such an energy and enthusiasm for things, that I think parkrun is a great reflection as to how much effort you put into stuff. I really believe that things will be okay and turn out okay for you. I think you just have too much enthusiasm for that not to be seen. And who knows, maybe the mayor might have something to try and help you out, because I think you must,
maybe.
Maybe, fingers crossed. So if you're watching, Mr. Mayor, at any point, go and help her out. So yeah,
I will send him link.
Yeah, do please absolutely share. Just have a quick look at the comments. Patrycja is lovely, says Emma Shaw. And
thank you.
Next year will be your year. You deserve it. Oh yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm really sorry. I didn't know any of that stuff, because of course we are friends on Facebook, but you don't overshare, which is a very, very good thing on Facebook. So I wasn't aware of all that information. So thank you for being very open and honest regarding it. Martin Kaplan, I think only the very small and newer parkruns will be struggling at the start. You wonder whether you should go to a tiny event when we come back, or celebrate your home parkrun with your family. I don't think you want to turn anybody away, would you, at your little event either? Some people, I think I want to aim for the smaller ones. I think the big ones are going to get very overwhelmed. So I'd like to think of small events. So yeah, if anybody is watching or listening. Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Maybe gonna be, a bit different. Maybe people are waiting here in Żyrardów to start running.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back and kick myself for asking all this stuff I should have asked preemptively, sorry. But other than that, healthy and all okay, and just you're being patient above all else, just having to sit back. Have you been watching lots of Netflix? Do you have Netflix account? Is there any particular TV series that you watch?
During that time when everything starts, in Poland, it was 13th of March that we closed our board and stuff like that. That was my second week of my job, of my work, because I started 1st March. Yeah. So March and April, I was very busy because I was working there. So I was working. I had to go to office, so I didn't have time to watch Netflix. Like everybody was at home that time. They have office work from home. I had to work from Warsaw. So I didn't have time to watch Netflix.
No.
And now I'm quite busy again, so I don't know what is going on Netflix, to be honest.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Maybe watch Tiger King. Maybe watch there's a documentary about some mad guy who does some things with big animals, and he's now in prison, and yeah, maybe not waste your time with that. But yeah, it's good to hear that you're still staying productive and not wasting your time like maybe myself has been doing too much online. So thank you very much for affording me the time to speak to me today. It's been great to catch up. It's been great to see you again. Lots of people are really happy to see your face, because the beauty of this video thing is that people have heard lots of voices, but they can finally put a face to that voice, and that's what I think they've really enjoyed and they've really liked. People are wishing you lots of love and positivity for next year, so that's fantastic too.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Is there anything else that you wanted to say hello to anybody? Anything you wanted to add?
Hello, and I want to invite you to Żyrardów. Z, proper Z, European Z, because I saw some comment about is it Z, Polish Z or European Z? No, this is proper Z.
Oh, that's controversial. That's extremely controversial.
No, it's proper Z because Zalew.
No, we're going to have to politely disagree at this point. Zalew has got the proper Z. That's the proper.
Yeah, that's proper.
But yeah, okay, we do agree. Sorry, but the Żyrardov.
Yeah, Żyrardowski is not proper Z.
No, we do. I need to make sure that I'm on the same wavelength. We do agree. We're all in unity regarding that. Absolutely. No. Oh, so you saw. I think people got confused by the fact, because of course your event, as we have it anglicized, is Zalew comes first, so it's the proper Z. Whereas I think they were getting confused by the
Żyrardowski. Yeah, but we count that Z like Z in alphabet challenge or something.
Yes, you absolutely, you do, because the Zalew comes first, Żyrardov comes afterwards. So if anybody disputes, point them to this video and I will agree with you and say they're wrong, we're right. There you go. This is a hard all right, super.
And I want to invite every people who are watching us right now. I want to invite you to Żyrardów, to my hometown. Gonna be absolutely fantastic parkrun. Just come to Żyrardów, please.
Absolutely. I can wholly endorse that. And one thing we need to make sure is a caveat, make sure they understand that they can't all expect to have massive bags of gifts with water bottles in. Otherwise, you'll start to run out or cost you too much, right? So don't hammer her with messages saying we're all coming. Otherwise, you'll be having to turn up in the morning like 50 bags hanging out your head. That's what you wish for. Be very careful.
To be honest, I wish that day. And I'm gonna be very proud and very happy that we have so many people from abroad, and they can get something from us and come to UK and they can show, you see, I was in Poland, in Żyrardów, and I have something from that place.
It's a beautiful town. Warsaw is a fantastic city. I mean, I fell in love with it when I was over there. It really defied all my expectations. I mean, it was just, what a wonderful way for me to finish off my little running challenges and do my little Norman conquest. It couldn't have been a better way to finalize the long task that I'd done. And you were a star. You were a star to me and my group. So I wanted to thank you once again online for being just a fantastic host and a fantastic ED. And thank you very much for your time again today.
And thank you for coming. That was wonderful time for us, really. We were very happy. Oh, and you know what happened? This is funny. Our Micah, our park runner, she's 12 years old. And after that many people, after that many guests from UK, and not only from UK, because we had some Scottish guy, she was asking every time her mom, so who is coming this Saturday? From where?
Wanted
she was so disappointed one day that was like nothing new. Oh, so only Polish people? Why?
Boring Polish people who want to have an international flavour. Oh, she loves that. She loves the novelty of international people. That's amazing. What a fantastic way to be excited about having international guests. That's absolutely brilliant. Super. What a fantastic way to finish. That's really lifted the spirits. Brilliant. Gonna have to say goodbye now, but thank you very much for giving me your time. All the best. Thank you to the viewers. Hope to speak and see you soon in the not too far away distant future. And yeah, like I say, all the very best. And when you restart, we can't wait to see you guys running. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was very nice to see you and speak with you.
Likewise.
I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, and a zoom face. I have to get used to this. We have to do like a zoom face, like a big grin and cheesy, like that. Do that.
Cheesy? Okay.